What if the person you love most left this world and somehow came for you before anyone else knew? No phone call, no warning, no message, just one impossible night. That changed everything I believe about love, death, and goodbye. This happened almost 10 years ago. My husband had gone out of state to visit family. It wasn't unusual. We'd done it before. Nothing felt wrong when we spoke earlier that day. Everything was normal. But late that night, something changed. I remember feeling an exhaustion so sudden, so heavy, it didn't feel natural. Not tired, not sleepy, drained, like someone had reached inside me and turned everything down at once. I barely made it to the bedroom. The moment my head touched the pillow, I was gone. I've had dreams my whole life. This was not a dream. Dreams are messy. They shift. They break apart when you wake up. This was clear, more real than waking life. One second I was in bed. The next, I felt myself being pulled upward. Fast, smooth, purposeful. I wasn't floating. I was being led. It felt like something had a hand at the center of my back, guiding me somewhere important. And strangely, I wasn't afraid. I felt peace. Then I was somewhere else. I can't describe it the way people describe places. There were no gates, no clouds, no bright tunnel, just a space that felt alive and full of presence. And my husband was there, clear, whole, real. We didn't speak with words, but somehow, everything was understood. The love, the life we shared, the pain of leaving, the goodbye we didn't know we were having. I can still remember the feeling of standing near him. It was more real than memory. Then I woke up. Morning light filled the room. I sat straight up, confused. In that experience, it felt like maybe an hour had passed, but the whole night was gone. I remember trying to make sense of it. Maybe stress, maybe loneliness, maybe just an intense dream. I wanted to call him immediately and tell him what happened, but it was too early. So I made coffee, walked around the kitchen, tried to feel normal, but something inside me already knew normal was over. Then my phone rang. It was his sister. I answered, and before she finished the first sentence, I knew. He had passed away during the night. Unexpectedly, quietly, gone. I stood there in my kitchen holding the phone while the entire world changed. Shape around me. And then another realization hit me. The timing, the pull, the place. Him standing there. While I was with him, he was leaving. I'm not here to prove anything. I'm not asking anyone to believe in the afterlife, spirits, heaven, or signs. I only know what happened to me. And what happened to me changed everything. I believe, with every part of myself that still trusts wonder, that I was brought to him in his final moments. That somewhere beyond what we understand, love made room for one last goodbye. I didn't know it then, but I know it now. I was with him. 10 years have passed. Grief changes over time. It softens, then returns, then softens again. But this memory never faded. It remains sharper than most ordinary days of my life. I've had 2 other experiences I can't explain since then, but this one had something the others didn't. A timestamp, a witness, a phone call. Maybe some of you know exactly what I mean. A dream that became news. A feeling before the phone rang. A goodbye no one else saw. If you've carried something like that in silence, you're not alone. Some experiences don't fit neatly into logic, but that doesn't mean they didn't happen. This one was real enough to leave footprints. If this story moved you, share it with someone who needs it. And if you've ever experienced something you still can't explain, tell me in the comments. I read every one. Subscribe for more true stories about grief, love, and the unexplained. Because sometimes, the strangest stories are the most human ones of all.